it should be more about bafuna uzuza ntoni bona personally and okwesibini i-future ithini. Future is online. Future is SMMEs. You understand? So if you understand and believe low way, they need to master low way. Patience, I think that's the only word I have for them. Patience and good communication.
In the SMMEs motto, we got this. That's our motto. Like we like whatever happens, but we got this. I understand. Thank you so much, Romaniam, for pulling through, man. You really, really motivate me in a lot of ways, and I'm happy that there's a growth. I understand, and I've also seen you growing a lot. I know back in the days you used to rock your afro like Steve Biko. People, when they try to describe you, they're like, no, afro like Steve Biko.
I'm about to rasta.
But now you are
this Chris.
Yes, Chris. The conversion, I was like, what? Hey, it's your boy Coffee, man. I'm out here in Cape Town, Khayelitsha, Barcelona, Matjotjo Mengla, Pole, South Africa, man. It's yet another episode of the Black Couch, and welcome, man. Shout out to everyone who's subscribed, and shout out to everyone who's been sharing our content, man. Happy 1 year to SMMEs TV, man. This has been a great journey. I'm so happy. We're shooting episode number 35 now.
What?
Yeah, it's episode number 35, man. It's been growing. And today we have a special guest, man, all the way from a Khayelitsha. Yes, Mbapa. I want to always make sure get it correctly because I always get surnames I want to incorrect, especially with the H.
But different.
Yeah, with the H because now I'm go Kamlana, but
okay.
Yeah, but kucho H, kucho song. Yeah, because the name Kofi, it's Kofi. The name originates in Ghana.
Okay.
And it's given
there's
to
an artist called Kofi. Like?
Yeah.
She's doing like hip hop and stuff.
Yeah, like dancehall type of sound.
Okay.
But the name originates in Ghana and it's given to boys who are born Friday.
That's
yeah. So I added H because the clause.
Okay.
Yeah, so okay. KHOFHI now.
So that's a stage name.
Yeah. Clean. Yeah.
Nice.
Welcome, Diana.
Danko. La introduction yako, it feels like not selling my tunes or something.
Yeah, man. Yeah, actually how it happened. There's an Asian guy that I met on the experience.
Okay.
So I do African food and storytelling. So it was exactly, I think a week or 2 weeks before he locked down.
Okay.
And that guy said to me, you'll have to go online because you guys are gonna lock down. So he gave me the inside scoop because I was like, why are you wearing a mask? And he was like, there's something happening back home.
So that was like few months before lockdown.
Weeks. Like 2 weeks or a week. Yeah. So I was like, really? It was like, yeah, go to Instagram and do live shows. You're gonna be like working on that.
So did it help you? Personally?
Yeah, I was like, yo, I already have Wi-Fi at home, so shout out to HeavyChef for the Wi-Fi. So I was like, So I was like,
Sure.
Yeah. So I was like to the guy, cool, thank you so much. So I did my first Instagram show. I don't know how it happened, but I did that intro.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
I
then
just
you kept on doing it.
Kept on doing it because I was watching myself after the show. I was like, I love this, and then I kept on doing it until it sank in. Yeah, and it became an intro. Yeah, man.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Just to introduce yourself to people who are watching and wondering who's this good-looking guy. You look like money, man.
No, bro. Like put your fake it till you make it. Sazam. But Siyabonga Mbapa is a hustler. Yeah, go-getter, groundbreaker, futurist televisionary. Yeah, so I do events. 2 events. I do tours. and I'm also interested like in property as well. So there's a lot of things that I'm involved in as especially but if I find anything interesting and I believe in it, I jump into it. Yeah, so that's what I do. I work full time for a company called HeavyChef, where we do events and focus on education. And then I also run an organization called Ghetto Sessions, which is a live platform where musicians, artists, they come and perform or showcase their talent. We also have a mini market. So I also started like a magazine, an online magazine as well. So there's a lot of things, anything that promotes blackness, anything that promotes umdomnyama, italent esinazo, I try by all means to push, to push Lono. So with all the brands that I'm doing, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm trying to push the black narrative and to show that we are capable of doing anything that we want in life. Yeah, man.
I think that's the same motive that I have, because before the show you were asking me like questions. And I was like, for me, as long as everyone is happy, man, in the town, as long as there's a different narrative about the township, because the negative one, it doesn't feed us.
It's dominating more. You've mentioned earlier on that what do you see? It's about crime, rape, this, that, about us. But who zoom in Elokishin and look at the guy maybe less shy, and look at Krotman Udulamti, Sigalela who runs like a coffee shop. No one cares about anything that is positive. So by all means, and showcase the beauty of Ikasi and use online space to promote whatever that we are doing.
Before we can go to Ghetto session, which is going to be my favorite topic, I want to ask you grew up in Khayelitsha, ne? I was growing up in Khayelitsha.
So I was born in Joburg. So I was born in Ikasi, Jozi, and then my old lady in the time they met in Kusporti, but move a because old lady was playing netball at the time, doing his like football. So growing up, I was born in Joburg, and then at Khayelitsha, that's where I grew up. So growing up at Khayelitsha, I think it grew me to become the person that I am today. Not having everything that I wish for, it pushed me to work hard and understand that we need to work hard to get whatever that we think. So growing up in Khayelitsha, I think it helped me a lot, and also moving in different spaces because I was in between Cape Town and Joburg. I've been changing schools because I was naughty as light. So experience scale, so I was going just Fuseni, Khayelitsha. From Pana, and then I went to Woodstock in a scale chapel. I found Woodstock, Napana,
I remember a chapel.
So I used to go there, Napana. Then I went to Ejos. So going Pana, I think that's where I changed mindset. In high school, we up in Cape Town. I was in the school of art and culture. So there I was doing dramatic arts, and interested in dance, visual art at the same time. But I couldn't do as easy. But from there, that's where I started the journey of doing events. Because when I was in grade 9, that's when I did my first event of a fashion show. Because I was always this guy, but no man, I want to be successful. But I want to be an artist, but I also want to be a businessman. So it's but because of the Khayelitsha, it grew me to become
So basically, around 2016, 2017, I was always in town. And a lot of
2016,
17. A lot of people wanted to access me, but they couldn't. Because I was like, hey guys, and I was always advocating for a town, having shows in town and all that jazz, until Usamo Ramako was like, hey Kofi, I know you love town, but please man, there's this thing that is in a lookout team. But go and check it. Maybe once it happened Fridays. I was like, hey, my G, I'm always grinding, man. How can I leave a bread for a session? But I was like, I'm gonna visit one day. And that day, actually, I made enough money to be like, okay,
Sure.
Cool, let me just go.
Yeah, I remember you came to jam with us, right?
Yeah, so when I got there, I was like, it's a small room, a very small room, and it was packed. And I was like, I've never seen like people like these, like all trouble. I've been to like poetry sessions at UW.
Sure.
I've been to poetry sessions in CPUT, but like la passion that fikela kuyo pana.
Just different.
I was like, dilindele kuthiwa up next ngubani.
Yeah.
And then no one said that. It was like, and it's just like a jam session, a proper jam session. And I was like, wow, I'm definitely coming back up. Like, how did it start? Because Nandi figure say Senzek.
Actually, I knew about you before that, yeah. I've seen you like basking and what like gardens with you and Elisa.
Yeah.
So I've been doing poetry before, like doing slam poetry. I've been doing music. I've tried all genres away.
Yeah.
So I wanted to create like a home for creatives. Yeah. So I had a shop in Lookout Hill where I was selling like local designer clothes. If, let's say we have a brand here called Push That.
Yeah.
So on Fridays I decided, okay, it's quiet at Lookout Hill. There's nothing interesting as the guy. So on Fridays I invited like few friends, Babala Makwe, to come and jam. And I invited to Mawonga, who's a magician. So we're sitting there. So it was me, Babala Makwe, to Mawonga Kaiya, and Ayabonga Gope. So he's a chef. So he came through and and then we're singing, playing magics, and then we decided Mayenzek every Friday. So that's how it started. It was more informal, no plan, but it was like a bigger event.
Yeah.
Then as especially Yamba was kicked out a Lookout Hill because they were saying that young people are smoking weed.
Yeah.
So I had to look for another venue.
Yeah.
Then I was like, okay, if we're looking for another venue, it should not be any property that is owned by the city of Cape Town where they can control what we do whatsoever, but rather target a small business that we can promote using our platform. So we moved to Sikis Coffee Cafe, and since Coffee Cafe, that's where we started like doing the same thing we send the Lookout Hill. But because of we had to go outside.
Yes.
Then outside we had to close Istrato, and then that's how it started. And then now we're like, okay, so let's have a stage. Then someone a stage, and then we thought about stretch tent, fencing, so that's how Ghetto session started. It was not planned, but it just happened organically.
Would you say that, I know you just said that it was not planned, but would you say that where it is right now, it's something you had imagined before?
I've done events before. I used to do like art exhibitions. So we once did the Espine Road. So we once closed off Espine Road, I think in 2015.
Okay.
So we did like a market where we invited visual artists, Abandu, to come and sell food and alcohol. So I've always had a vision of promoting local brands. But Ghetto session, it was not in my mind by the Ghetto session. I think the name came, it was not my idea of Igam, because Igam was a jazz in the backyard. And then Kodokropmaniam is a musician. Utanko was like, how about the Ghetto session? I'm like, I like the name. The Spanish Ghetto session.
I think he advised you correctly. Mainly because there's jazz in the natives.
Yes, I was aware about
in
jazz
the
in the I think it's in the backyard or something
native
like that.
yards.
Native yards,
yeah.
So man, I think bro, like I didn't have a vision but this is about a big event, Ghetto sessions. But I've once done which was an art exhibition. Then Ghetto session came at a later stage. Now I'm aiming to do like a bigger festival. Currently working with one of the guys that are doing like a successful events across the country. So we're planning to bring like more, having a local artist as well as like international artists. Because with Ghetto session we had even like bands from the US. We have bands from Zimbabwe.
I remember.
So there's different like bands that we got with Ghetto session. So the plan was to integrate black people like in a privileged backgrounds to be in one space and celebrate art. So that was the whole initiative. Yeah.
Like every like I'm gonna for the sake of the podcast, I'm gonna say a business idea.
Yeah.
Every business idea has its own challenges.
Sure.
You understand? So from the transition of like having the jam session inside Sikis,
Sure.
and actually expanding to like outside and having a stage, what changes came through, and like how was the reception from the people who like love the jam session and come and support the jam session?
Bro, like there was so many changes. One, Ghetto session started off with nothing. It was made by artists for artists.
Yes.
But with the growth, there's nothing we can do.
Yes.
So some artists felt like they were excluded. Or we're not putting artists as a priority. But personally, because I'm the one who's leading this project, I have people about the side, but I'm the one who's leading it. So with growth, I was the only one who's maybe a month I'll spend 15k to 20k from a personal account, just to maintain the project. At the time, it was a free event. I'm the one who's paying for indent, paying for everything.
Yes.
It's my project at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So I'm investing in the project because I believe in the project. But I also want growth. I also want to see ERTs as a performer with big, your AKA, your Simple Dana, Ringo Madlingos, whatever the case may be. So ERTs, they felt excluded. Abanye, they didn't like the transition. Some supported it. Abanye, some artists were like, no, you need to push and get like alcohol brands, or can you get another brands to maintain whatever you are doing. And then after a few years, we got like a one of the partnership the Zenza. Then I was able to recover again. After I think 2-3 years, that was one manager tipatale izinto kakuhle
properly.
But the whole plan is to make sure that we are able to pay artists. At this point in time, as come to a position where we can pay artists, but the plan is to make sure I get paid, everyone that is involved is getting paid. Artists that is our performer, they're getting paid. So I had to understand industry and send it in terms of how to create like a business model to make sure that everything is maintained right. So it's a journey, but not everyone understands. But now as a leader, I think you need to also take a decision because you believe and see up we are going. Because I knew was we maintain because it was affecting me personally, it was affecting family. So I had to take decision as of maintenance of the project.
I definitely got you. Like besides Usiki's coffee cafe, what other brands were like really aligned with your idea of expanding as a ghetto session?
You mean in terms of local brands?
In terms of local brands, what are like brands were like we're here.
Khayelitsha Finance Wine, it's been very, in all the events banazo, they were always like Mambela Masukona, because they understood the value of the brand, Ghetto Session, and how they can make money out of it and grow as a brand, but at the same time supporting us. Then there's Workers Fries, they've been very supportive. But I think there are 5 to 6 consistent throughout, even now. And then you have artists nazo consistent like
all the time.
Even if our lesson there's a flop and it's bolang, but there's a flop. And he's one of the guys that encouraged me. The brand is growing. Mute the noise and focus on what's gonna help your brand grow.
Yes.
If there are brands that are willing to give you money so that you can grow the brand, any artist, do that. So it's been very encouraging. And one of our bands is like even if I listen to appeal, yeah, but now you qhubekeka with the Ghetto session, you'll be there like, Mame, like this is how you should approach ABCD, yeah. But I think there's so many brands man full spansana nazo from elokishini, yabo. Okesmic Gaul, I would love to work with them. I would love to work with them. Jordan's ways of cooking, now, because the plan is to move into different businesses. Yeah, we'll promote businesses at the same time. Everyone is celebrating and having fun. So Ghetto session is all about celebrating the Black nation.
Yes. Yeah. Which is very powerful. Damn, it's really, really powerful, and I appreciate that there are brands like that, like happening.
Sure.
Like even when I'm hosting my guest, we experience. I'm always happy to say, please check out Ghetto Session.
Sure.
Yeah, instead I don't hesitate because I know, like when it comes to the international market, how did they receive the Ghetto Sessions and like reviews coming from them?
I think they enjoyed it because of there's no experiences ezininzi ezifana Ghetto Session abantu kwazi yakuzo at Cape Town okwangoku yabo. And I think tourists, they don't want to feel like tourists
Yes.
They want to experience what locals are enjoying. Yeah. So with the Ghetto Session, I think they felt like in a platform where they can be themselves. Because when I'm organizing event, and this is for and you play, I'm creating experience for everyone. One, I curate experience for myself and for abantu abazokwazi xa besiza bayenjoy. So we've been getting so much support from internationals, specifically in Netherlands. They've been pushing it, and if friends, there's a guy called Ruben, he's been inviting like abanye abantu babaze ku-event. Another guy called George Gekins, no Sebastian. Those are the people that have been marketing.
I know Sebastian.
So they've been advocating for a Ghetto Session and just suggesting ebantwini and abanbaze ku Ghetto Session. Sometimes abantu no baza baya baze ku event. Because
definitely.
of friends as the platform and
they just invite.
So I think it's very motivating to have abantu outside to come and support the platform. So it gives you like an edge. I'm still doing the right thing. And it are mistakes. Okanye ayikho nesenza yonke into senza perfect. There are mistakes as we go, but just to have you guys like us in here to say Mamela sayibona ndiyenzayo, and you guys are there every event. Nabantu outside, they're coming to the event. Motivate.
Yes. I like you and Usamora Makwa.
Sure.
You have two things that are very common that I'm catching from afar. You guys both love supporting things, even if it doesn't benefit you.
Sure.
So I'd always see Samora attending events, different events. He's not on the line.
He's better than me on that.
But in Khayelitsha, I've always seen you like kukuzela ku events ezigezo zakho. I understand. Like, what's the drive? Like, where do you want to see Khayelitsha? Like when it comes to entrepreneurship and like growth, and also from your perspective, from let's say the time Ghetto Sessions was at Lookout till now, how's the state of Khayelitsha in terms of business side of things? To
your question, by Khayelitsha is state of entrepreneurship now. So there's a growth and there's so many businesses there's a Kulai. For example, we have Sikis Coffee Cafe, we have the Spinach King, we have now the new hotel to try and the Ace of Spade, Ace of Spade, and then Ace Upra Ace is doing like great in terms of like spaces a space of entertainment but when it comes to abantu abafikayo okanye basala businesses ezidalayo, everyone is trying by all means ba push brands zabo, but akho lula manje uqala without finance, because better all the entrepreneurs is not having financial stability. Without financial stability kulula ba upromote business yakho or grow business yakho. So there is a potential, but Khayelitsha say iyakhula but slow man.
Yeah, I think also your perspective comes from someone who lives in Khayelitsha, because for someone who doesn't live in Khayelitsha is the heaven of all townships here in Cape Town.
I agree. In South Africa, I think it's one of the fastest growing townships.
Yeah.
And I agree with you, OCT. In terms of inspiration, it motivates us the location.
Yeah.
But the struggle of any township, we need more investors. We need more people to invest in the art and invest in people. Because there are so many talented people from disconnected communities, from a Khayelitsha, from a Kukule, to a Barcelona, or wherever. But if I come to a team, I'm going to Nas no buy 20 rand, Nasi 1,000 rand, just push the brand up level. Because in most businesses they fail because of no one is supporting financially. So with the Khayelitsha, it's growing, but I do feel like it's slow. But it is celebrated when it comes to media and social media. And the reason why everyone is celebrating the Khayelitsha is because it's the second largest township in South Africa. But it doesn't mean we don't have struggles. But it wins the Khayelitsha, they are celebrated. Hence, you assume that you're way fast to grand. But in my opinion, I feel like we still have a long way to go. One, we need to believe in one another.
Yes.
And if we want to be successful, like let's say now, just watchman's sake, and I see you trying something new, I can support you. If I have resources or money, that's the only way we can conquer the way. But it's like Khayelitsha, it's the same. Every black struggle, it's fun. And we still have a long way. I don't know.
That's true actually. I wouldn't lie, and because today I was telling my guests that as much as I want to like justify what's happening in the township, the growth and the good experience that it has in our Macala, because they were saying that the other tour guide that they got told them that township is
dangerous.
No, it's safe. It's safe mainly because there's mob justice. And I was like, it differs on any township, so he can't make that statement the main statement out of all everything that is happening in the township. But he should have told you that it just differs on any township. The same way your country has problems is the same way that we have our problems that we relate on. Understand? And how we react to those problems, it's also understand? Yes, how we handle it. So for example, me living in Barcelona, I was like, you're struggling less. You understand? There's bucket system, there's shags, there's no roads. You understand? At some point in high school, it was hard for me to say Ndihlale Barcelona. I was saying Khale 108. Really, there was a time where I had friends who were DJs and they wanted to come to my house. I had to lie to them. Because I'm like hiding this thing, you understand? Until I was like, man, I can use this thing into my advantage. You understand? And then I started capitalizing on that. So I'm always motivated by someone who's taking a rough diamond and polishing it to look beautiful and create whatever they can create out of it.
That's the only way. Because I think to add limited to like township is painted negatively. Even when it comes to brands, as is a location. But they want to so we need to figure ways of promoting a township in a positive manner, in a very dignified manner, respectfully, because we can't do it. So I think we need to change that. So Ghetto session, what happened is that I had to as an artist and think of how do we take art to the next step. So how do we make sure that we bring we make art ikwazi uba izise income yabo isise sonke for abantu yabo not only for myself yabo so I don't know, but like there's a lot that we need to do. We need to create more brands in order to promote ikasi kakuhle. So andiyazi bra but ngayelo hlobo.
But like in the state of entertainment, how do you feel about like upcoming artists that are making waves from a Khayelitsha and actually like there's always like in different like huge platforms there's always someone from a Khayelitsha. For example, we're talking about Aya from Podcast and Chill. That although he doesn't represent the whole of a Khayelitsha, but that's a win for a Khayelitsha.
It's a dope thing.
Mainly because he can say anything about the Khayelitsha and the whole country or the whole world can catch it right away.
500,000 people are listening.
You get what I mean? So, for example, I'm sure there was a reaction about the Rands after that day.
Sure.
People who don't know about Rands started searching about the Rands after he talked about Rands.
Even Lamachita, they also went there.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
You get what I mean? So, like, how do you feel now that there's like, I do want to name people, but like there's people like Abo Bravo, there's people like Abo Holy Alpha, Abo Mawonga Kai. I've seen he's making a lot of moves in Joburg.
Sure. Chef Aya Kope,
the singer. Zimbini.
Oh yeah, Babala
Makwetu. There's like people like that. There's Khayelitsha Fashion Week, which is also one of the biggest brands coming from Khayelitsha.
Sure.
You have a beautiful community radio station, which is Radios Bonele. Yeah, understand. Like
how the culture as well.
Yes. Like, how do you feel about like people waving the flag high for Khayelitsha?
I think to personally, my inspiration comes from Ababanu Babeshinayo. Yeah, everyone that is doing great. There's a guy also who's also doing great. He runs a brand, Try Imprint.
Okay.
He created it like a kit for his Springboks. He's currently doing something with Heineken. So such people they inspire me to do more. So even you, like nobody will see Khayelitsha, but just to see your platform growing, it's a motivation and inspiration. And saying, but no, I think we right. So we need more of Bravo Liru.
Yes.
We need more of Mawonga Kaya. And Uzo Songa's industries mentioned we have Ayabonga Gope who's like a chef. He's a celebrity chef. He's celebrated Mchita. Wobo Bravo, music. We have Babalo music. Mawonga a magician. Nabanye, Prandula
Yeah.
So we need to create. We need to be an inspiring generation. Escala, we are not taught how to think for ourselves. Okay, see, we are not. They're not focusing more on who we are. Okay, but they are focusing more on so we need to showcase that you can be successful doing what you love. Because Lamachi Tusana Menshina, they're all representing that. Believe in yourself and believe in what you love and go for it. Because Abavela successful.
Yes.
They find inspiration somewhere, but they're doing something about it. And I know Bravo, like is a hard work.
Yes.
And he obviously has a team behind him, but we have work saying a span. And go for whatever I think but if I wanna be cutting first, this will figure cutting first. If we have the mindset, then we grand. So we need more Bravo Leroy, we need so many guys like you. And Osamura Mark.
You just said something very important. That we need more of Bravo. We need more of Banban. We talked about school. I love school. Don't get me wrong. But there's one thing that I've always thought about, and I was like, this is one of the factors that makes other people don't want to collaborate now. Because everything that we got, we learned it from an early age.
Sure.
You understand?
Foundation.
Yeah, there was a time of where we were alienated from group work. They always told you now, Yakopa, like work on your own, figure it out. You understand? And I always felt that Lando iya cooler with you, and then when you like grow up, you're more like, nah, I'm just gonna do things for myself. You understand?
Yeah.
And when someone else is doing the same thing that you're doing, and you be like, oh, Bayakopa. You understand? Because that's the narrative that you have in your head, that you are the only person that is supposed to be doing this thing.
Sure.
You understand? Whereas in reality, that's a lie. You understand? There's like Sask, or not to mention brands, but there's like different brands, and like there's different umntu ngena apho afuna ungena khona at that time. You listen to your favorite artist when you want to listen to your favorite artist. So like, how do you feel about, like, let's say if there was a similar concept of a Ghetto session somewhere else, how would you react to that?
Like a duplication of what we do.
Yeah, like exactly. I'm sure there is, but
no,
like
there's one thing. Everything is duplicated. Because young into eqalayo is motivated by something else. But it's going to be a bigger or a better version of what we are currently doing.
Yes.
So I don't think I'll be sad or tinga so because I think we need to grow. So but I think I would rather want to partner with whoever or and then we can find different ways we can make it brands more. But man, I do feel like there's so many brands is similar to Ghetto Sessions ever since Sakal Ghetto Session. I've saw even online on Facebook and Instagram there is like a brand like try Ghetto Sessions, but take Ghetto Session and there's a couple by team. But they're not doing exactly what we are doing, but it's still in the space of music. So I'm sure we have motivated Abalo, inspired other guys to start as a business. But now I think whoever will Ghetto session, I'll say do it bad. Because now I'll still dream more. Because in Chilba, I'm a visionary. So I can change what Ghetto by Sililo as a Ghetto session and do something that is gonna be more bigger. Because with time, we move with time. If it's not cool, and we also need to grow is from there. But now, if anyone has an idea, go for it.
That question comes from the question that you asked me before we shot. That what makes this podcast stand out from other podcasts?
Okay, it was a
No,
but I think what I'm in a space up where I'm still reflecting about Ghetto sessions. Or what we stand for, what do we want for the future? Beside the past year too and what we have done. So I'm still thinking in terms of what's the next thing that we can do. Not only just to do an event with TCT, but how can we make an impact with artists? How can we make an impact with community? How do we make an impact on anyone that is involved in Ghetto sessions? There's one thing I've learned so far about so how do we delegate? If let's say I see you good with videos, to get a platform videos to master that. If someone is good in terms of his social media, to allow that person to flourish in that space. So I think I'm at the point where I wanna distance myself with Ghetto session, but if brand anyone that is passionate has a vision that will benefit the community and the Black nation, then because I want to, but if we're a position or Ghetto session, we can invite any artist as if a local artist to perform with the bigger artist on the same platform and be paid for that. So I think now I'm in a different mindset in terms of the growth of the brand. So man, I think I still want to figure out, but in the only Ghetto session yabo. Because I suffer like we are scaling us, yabo, and I there's nothing I can do with growth, yabo. Because if we are cool in once we miss, but it needs to be better, and I is going to do better. Is one team na baya bana bayibona, yabo. So anyone on Italy and them now say come forward, spawn team.
Yeah. Before we can wrap up, man, I wanna, cause I told more on the Ghetto session, but like I also want you to like, is there anything that you would love us to talk about in terms of the things that you do on your side? Cause think I give me airtime.
No. I think besides Ghetto session alone, I think we need to. Because there's so many things that we can do. One, if we believe that you are good in something, I think try and master law and make sure that you are the best in it and believe in yourself more. Because before Ghetto session, I've been trying so many things, as I've mentioned earlier on, but I do tours. So I used to have a company where I was renting out bikes. So I had 30 bikes. I had a shop, which failed. The business of bicycle, it also failed. I've tried so many things as I fail, and I've made also mistakes as T and as ends. But what's more important is to believe in yourself. And if you believe that you're a good musician, get more information on how to be the best and go for it and master whatever. Because as basicula simane siqalela ukoma sesikolweni but not all of us need to go to esikolweni to make it. I didn't go to esikela for events so it's all about using the internet kakuhle, uzifundise kakuhle, and learn from abantu sebehambile indlela kwezinye zezinto so I don't think I have a specific answer.
Wait. So now we're like celebrating 1 year, man, out of his struggle lessons, and sometimes when we're shooting the podcast, there'll be like loud sounds, there'll be like people moving around, you understand, but I also love the ambience of a township, you understand. I love the fact that we can do something, you understand. Like, what message would you give to my team, not me, but my team, that I work with Sikis Mayhem, in terms of like going forward and growing as a media brand?
I would say they need to treat the brand as if it's their own. Take ownership in a sense of ibalale passion ngathi yakho wenze lento ucinga ba izawukhulisa brand. And also they should not forget impact eyenzayo kubanye abantu. Because you don't know, I go to the platform and just check content. Instead of watching SABC One, I would rather go and watch Sikis Mayhem. So I think they just need to believe and be patient. Not everything is going to be easy. Especially for you. Financially, it might take time. But I think they just need to believe on the dream and in you firstly, because in everything there needs to be a leader. Already they trusted you with your vision. So I think they need to trust you more. In whatever decision that you're gonna take, they need to trust you more. Without trust, there's nothing no concern. Now on my side. Sorry, with there's one thing about me. I'm I'm not very good when it comes to speaking. I'm more into action than anything. So sometimes they are miscommunicated because there's something by the team. But they see fruits as high. So I think sometimes they understand, sometimes they will understand. And also I think it's very important about communicating now if there's anything about you or there's anything about just to always communicate, including yourself, to communicate with them if there's any challenges on us or whatever. Because teamwork it's the best. I know it through Ghetto session, I know it through the company that I'm working for. communication is very important.
Yeah.
Things will come to life. In the next 2 years, if not less, you guys gonna be on a good space. Financially, it's gonna work out. But it's all about who believer and always being optimistic about everything. So I think give up man motivate imali, but by the vision, because that's where the gold lies. So you just focus on a vision by team and what is their purpose of being part of a team. Was it there bebengene ku team because okanye umuntu uthanda ushooter okanye umuntu ungene because they love to do research or they love to see abantu be happy? Just understand yourself and why you're part of a team. If you don't understand yourself, then you won't see a reason why you're part of a team. It shouldn't be about no break chomizam but part of a but it should be more about bafuna uzuza ntoni bona personally and okwesibini future team. Future is online. Future is customer. You understand? So if you understand and believe low way, they need to master low way. Patience, I think that's the only word I have for them. Patience and good communication.
In the customer have motto, we got this. That's our motto. Like we like whatever happens, but we got this. Understand? Thank you so much, Romaniam, for pulling through, man. You really, really motivate me in a lot of ways, and I'm happy that there's a growth. Understand? And I've also seen you growing a lot. I know back in the days you used to rock your afro like Steve Biko. People when they try to describe you, they're like, "Hello, afro like Steve Biko."
I have to rasta.
But now you are
Chris.
Yes, Chris. The conversion was like, what? But yeah, man, I really appreciate you, and I appreciate umsebenzi wenu, also utasiki, and I'm congratulating him for growing his business to another branch, and also he's the only person that's brewing in
Khayelitsha.
Is he the only?
I think Ekasi so far,
I think.
So Sikis, like, so he has a coffee shop called Sikis Coffee Cafe. So we recently late last year we did like a crowdfunding where we fundraise money for the roaster. So whatever beans, I think that's history actually. Whatever like coffee, anyone who's drinking Sikis coffee, but every coffee that you drink from Sikis Coffee Cafe is made and roasted kwasik Khayelitsha.
Yes.
So I think this is not only like a story for Khayelitsha, but it's a win for Ikukuletu. It's a win for us as well.
Yes.
It's a win for Africa as a black person, because when you look at the supply chain, we always ukoleno small city. I'm a business owner, and then you only have a brand. You only have Vigama. My city, alifungweza ngewani abathi ndikhatha faniswana kwaye zayenza kanoni. Okay, let's say you have a cold drink. Le drink uyithengisayo, you only have the name. I drink yenzwa
manufactured by
David Constantia. Kwale I drink yenzwa Constantia. Everything we are outsourced from everywhere. So meaning that you still working for someone indirect. So I think what Usiki is doing is that everything we is cutting more cost and creating more jobs. So I think it's a beautiful thing, and I'm proud of that. And I'm proud of your growth and also having a second shop now going on the third. I think I was not supposed to say that, but yes.
Yeah, man. So, that's great news. That's really great. Thank you so much, man, for coming through. And I can see the lighting is getting deeper and deeper. Shout out to everyone who has reached this point in time. That means you're a true mayhemmer, and we love you so much, man. Shout out to everyone who has subscribed, and let us grow bigger and better, bafethu. Make sure you represent your kasi very well, man. And make sure you go to www.ikecha.co.za to check out if you can find Ikecha on your township. It's only 350 rands, man, for a monthly subscription. Shout out to them, man, our beautiful sponsor. And shout out to everyone who sponsored the first annual celebration. You are so amazing, man. Let us grow and beyond. Shout out to everyone who's all over the world and watching. Soon we're gonna have subtitles. We don't have them yet, but soon we're gonna have them. Thank you so much, man. It's your boy Kaufman. I'm out here in Cape Town. Ekugulete Barcelona machikyo bengla okine Paul Khayelitsha, South Africa.
Peace.
Love you.
Aware.
Yeah.